YouTube, this is Shirley426, and today we have the review of the HG Gypsy Avenger from Pacific Rim Uprising, the movie. Now, those who watched my Plamax Cherno Alpha review should know that I am still a really big fan of the Pacific Rim movie. And when I first heard that they announced kits of the Pacific Rim Uprising Jaegers, I was really happy about that. So currently I'm doing a review. I actually got all four of them. What I mean four is that one of them, because you can see two Gypsy Avengers here. One is just the normal version, and another one is the DX version. Now the DX or deluxe version, there's no difference in terms of the build. It's just another like set that comes with an actual yellow LED and this action-based stand, which I'm gonna be honest isn't that really good. So yeah, so that's why you're seeing two of them. I do also have the Obsidian Fury HG and the Bracer Phoenix, so that I will be reviewing today as well. Now, as again, those who don't know what the DX version is, when I even read multiple articles regarding these were announced and were being produced as kits, they mentioned that they will be releasing a limited version of this is the normal version, as anybody knows. They will be doing a limited production of the DX set, which comes with the action base stand and the yellow LED. This is not a premium Bandai kit. This is just like a short time limited offer sort of thing. So that's why I decided to get both. I also was hoping that there would be a little bit difference, but no, that was kind of me being stupid. But the fact that I really love the quality of this kit, it was worth it. I don't mind getting two. I don't mind even getting another third one, which is the metallic version color. I wouldn't mind getting a third one. That's how good it was. Okay, now as usual, I'm going to be reviewing these as my usual routine, where I will be talking about its components and then articulation. So let me push this back a little bit. Alright, let's go with the components. Now, first of all, I should mention that the Pacific Rim Uprising Jaeger HGs, sorry about that, they do not use any polycaps. There's no polycaps, but rather they have those plastic pieces that looks like polycaps. Like if you've been updated with the upcoming HG Leo or Leo NPD, it's something like that. They have polycaps in the shape of the normal ABS plastic. So yeah, and this one works extremely well. Now these are the sticker decals, which none of them are really essential. These are mostly for aesthetic. So yeah, and they're very small, even smaller than your usual whatchamacallit, your usual decals that you get from HG Gunpla. Alright. And here is all its components. Now, number one, you get its famous chainsword. Once again, the way how these weapons work is that you need to take off the arm and then replace it with these. So, which I really don't mind. You get the gravity sling, which was a pretty interesting weapon in the movie. Yeah, I thought this was like the plasma cannon from the first movie, but no, that was actually over there. So, this is a pretty new weapon or equipment. You have one open hand, which is for the right hand, which I'm pretty sure everybody should know what this is for. And then you get this, according to the manual, it's called the Plasma Caster, which, yeah, I guess they changed the name, but it's a really neat weapon and accessory, to be honest. Alright, now let's get on to the review now. First of all, before I actually get on to articulation, I guess I should show you guys how the LED works on this kit. So, get those off. Alright, so we have the LED, very bright. Now, it looks yellow on the camera, but it's actually pretty orange. So just letting you guys know. Now, the way how this works is that you have to take this back part off. And it's not too hard, but, oh boy, sorry. You know what, actually, it is more easier to take these off first, because they do get in the way. Now, you have to take this back part off, and then there's the LED. These are the exact same LEDs that you usually see for the for the 00 Gundam Master Grades or the Marasai, New Gundam, Jesta. These are the exact same LEDs. It uses those really small batteries, which I'm not even sure what to call those in name, but yeah, same principle. This one, and this is the actual official release. They did release yellow versions of these now, so yeah, you can get these anytime you want. So that's that, and then I'm gonna put this back on. Yeah, so there you can see there's a open hole for the LED light to go in. So that's why you are getting a orange yellowish color from the LED. And now, before I actually get onto the articulation, I should mention about the DX. Once again, the DX version comes with the LED version. LED and the stand. The stand also, that Gypsy Avenger, that's actually a sticker decal, which it was too good for me to use. I was thinking of keeping it, but then again, I wasn't sure if I was ever going to use it. So this is how the stand works. Now I said it wasn't a really good one because here we go. There's not much movement for the neck. There's only like 3. This is as far as you go up front. So same goes for the back, and then it's either that and it can only go vertically up. And then for this part, there's another movement here, but this part does not also move very well as well because it also works the same. It can go only like left to about 20 degrees, 10 degrees, left and right. So it does not have really much movement. The way how you connect it is that on the back of the crotch area, you have this. Wait, where'd it go? Okay, there we go. You have this triangular piece, and then it reveals a hole, a straight squarish hole. You just plug that in, and there you go. So because of the limited angle, I wish this could move more. I guess I could modify it, but it makes me wonder what they were thinking. They should have been, made it able to move a little bit more, or it's either that or I'm using this like the upside down way. But it was pretty shocking to see that this is as far as you go, unless I'm using this like in backwards. So yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. This isn't a really good action base. I'll admit. Unless, you know what? Let me check this out. Okay, maybe I was using it a little bit on the other way around, but still, yeah, it's pretty much the same. So, honestly, I'm not gonna recommend the DX version because of the stand. I mean, if you're having a hard time getting the LED in your country, I guess the DX version would be better. But yeah, other than that, not really recommended. So I'll be using the DX version, which is practically the same kit. But yeah, because if you put the LED in, you can still the LED is still like wobbly inside. It's not like stuck. It's like, if you shake the kit, the LED will also shake around. Okay, let's get on to the actual review. Now, I really love the overall design and feeling for this kit. Now, this is kind of a bad example, but those who are wondering, the Uprising HG kits are a little bit taller than your typical Gunpla. Now, this is a Grimoire from G-Reconquista. Not the best example, but I did also post a picture, which I will now show you guys right now, next to the HG Gundam local type, which is still, the Gypsy Avenger is still taller. Technically, these are not 1:144 scale, because even on the box, it's not mentioned, because the Jaegers are practically way more taller than a typical Gundam or mobile suit, so that's why. Okay, now finally let's get into the articulation. Now the head. Now I was really wondering how they were going to do the visor or eye of the Jaeger, and they did a pretty good job. Now I was expecting like a clear piece, but no, a clear piece, and behind that would be like a golden sticker, but no, they actually give you like this golden HD gold color piece, that separate piece that goes into the head, and that's pretty much stuck in there. And I think they did a pretty good job. I mean, if you don't like the gold, you can recolor that first and then attach it. I don't recommend that you put it in and then take it out, because I have no idea how you would take that piece out. Okay, for articulation now, if you look at the side, the head is pretty interesting. It's not the ball joint or that's used. It's not like in a vertical way. It's kind of like staring up like forward like that. So the head is connected pretty interestingly. So for articulation, I don't think it doesn't have much articulation. So down that much, it can go down that much, up that much, and then side to side. This is as far as you go. You can see that it's going like in a angle like that. So that's pretty much it. I mean, even the movie, they barely move their head, so I'm not gonna even complain about that part. Okay, now for shoulder movement, it's very good. I mean, it can go forward and backward that much. I mean, sure, there are Gunpla kits that can do more, but for a Jaeger, I think this is pretty good enough. And then can almost go to the side 90 degrees. Also, you have that flap on the shoulder, almost 90 degrees, but that's pretty much it, which I say it's still enough. And then the main arm is actually connected to a ball joint, so you can go 360 if you want to. And then it's not like that's as far as you can bend, so more than 90 degrees. And you have your typical 360 twist on the arm itself. Well, not 360, but I mean it can go 360 technically, but the armor is all blocking in the design, because this part actually there's like a more additional armor on the arm, so if you didn't have the armor, it can go 360. Okay, and the problem is one thing that some should know, that the low arm does not rotate because it's actually on a peg system, a square peg, so that's pretty much it. And your hands are your typical ball jointed hands, and as mentioned, you only get 3 hands. 2 fists and then 1 open hand, because the Jaegers do not actually hold weapons. Okay, that's pretty much it. And let's go watch the body. Now the body articulation was pretty interesting, or at least for me, because this is the upper body and that's the lower body, and there you have the ab area, or the middle body area that connects the two. So it has an ab crunch like that. It can go forward that much, up that much. And 360, I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't tested it, but the upper body, technically, if you work your way around, it's possible, but I do not recommend this because it gets really tricky. So, no, there we go. So you can see it's a ball joint in the hole. So the upper body is technically possible, but really tricky to do. Lower body, not even going to try because, yeah, you have these parts blocking it. Alright, let's go with the legs. The legs can go, they're on pegs, by the way. You can go forward 90 degrees, and it has a double jointed bend, which is very, very nice. And technically, this thing does have a side swivel, sort of, but once again, the armor is hindering for more movement and cannot go more than that. That's pretty much it. Okay, so and your feet are your typical, are on ball joints, and they're very stiff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. For the back, and there's not much to show except for these things that move around. Now in the first movie, Gypsy Danger, they had searchlights on this area. I'm not really sure why these parts move that much, but yeah, I should read more details on that later. Okay, now we've seen the basic articulation, which is very good, and now let's look at the the equipment. Once again, you cannot you have to take these parts off the arm and then reattach it right here. And there you go, you have the chainsword, and you have to reattach the hand as well, which I won't be doing because, you know, it's kind of a hassle. And I have to take it off anyway. So yeah, you know what, I'll just put it on for you guys. Okay, there you go. You have the chainsword. Now, those who have been following me on Facebook were asking me whether you can, and after me building the Obsidian Fury, asking me whether you can put the chainsaws on here, and the answer is no, because the parts do not fit, so you need to do modifications. Or, who knows, Bandai is planning a premium Bandai exclusive for like Gypsy Avenger and Bracer Phoenix's like final battle version, which that can do that, and with the also ball mace thing. Okay, and yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, the sword, it's actually a little bit at an angle, but still, it looks really cool, and yeah, that is a very good weapon. Okay, for the other arm, there's still one more to go, which is the plasma caster. Now, for the arms, and they have the squarish squarish piece to get in the hole, but this one for the plasma caster, somehow they use this round piece with those extra teeth in it, which I'm not really sure why, but yeah, just letting you guys know. And you have the plasma caster, which I say it's a pretty good. It looks pretty cool to me. I mean, you can pull off a lot of poses with these kind of stuff. And the one thing I do like about Jaegers is that all their weapons are built in, so you don't really need to have them holding a shield or a gun. So that's one thing I really like about them. Those who know me, I don't really like mobile suits that has a ton of weapons that it can hold or store on its body. So yeah, the more simple it is, the more better for me. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this. I mean, you can rotate this around if you want to. So yeah, you can pretty much do that. And then finally for the other arm, um, it's the gravity sling. Now there is one tricky part regarding this gravity sling. I'm occurring, as you can see, um, this part tends to fall off pretty easily because the way how this stays on. Oh, come on. The way how this stays onto the gravity sling is that you have these two pegs or teeth, and then you have these two parts, two areas, and you just need to slide them in, and that they're supposed to stay stuck in there. So yeah, and they're pretty much just clinging on to that piece. So they will fall off pretty easily if you like touch it. So be careful regarding that part. But yeah, once again, it's a pretty interesting equipment. Honestly, I did not expect it to see this in as a kid, but they did. So I'm really thankful for that. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the review. I would recommend this to those who really love Jaegers or really enjoyed the second movie. The quality is very good. I mean, if you actually start building the kit, you can see that you're building not every part you see is not empty. Inside there's like a simple mini frame sort of thing going on. Not like an entire a total inner frame like a master grade, but still it takes a good time to build this kit, and it's a simple build at the same time, so which is really fun. So I recommend this to pretty much anybody who watched the movie. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the HG Gypsy Avenger and its DX version. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. Now I have to go make the Obsidian Fury review, so see you guys pretty soon.